Good morning, traders. It's Fair. Woke you with StartupTrading.com. It is 5 minutes till 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, February 20th. So, not really much news for today. We're going to have Goolsby uh, on a moderated discussion right at the opening bell. Minor news at 10. Keep in mind, crude oil will be today at noon because of the holiday on Monday. And then, we have some more Fed speakers at 12:05 and 2:30, and then that pretty much wraps up today because this last one's at 5, and the session will be, closed at that point in time. Tomorrow is monthly OPEX, and there's really not any, major earners. I mean, Baba was this morning, Walmart, but none of those are going to really, shake the needle on the indexes a lot. So looking at yesterday, we were at 540 basically on the Qs. Right now, we're trading 538.40. And then the SPX, the cash market, was between 61.25 and 61.50 basically. We are, if we were to open right here, we would probably be, right around 61, 25 to 30. So, right around basically where we were yesterday. So really not a lot going on here. And structurally, the only thing we had some bullish single prints that were in the Dow, which I think we're, bet below right now. Looking at Jack's new day frame study, what we've had in this overnight session is basically, we just went down to the previous day's halfway back, and we spent, quite a bit of time in the session below it, and then, the midpoint up here to the high was the rejection. So basically, just some consolidation. If you look, left on the chart, this has just been a narrow base, right? So, you know, anyone who's bared up, needs lower prices to get paid, and anything back above this 61.48 uh, should start a squeeze because you can see the majority, or quite a bit of the overnight session is under that. So that's kind of your flip line. Um, and then, down to, it's been just a tight ass range, to be honest with you. I don't know if there's, if it's worth putting too much into it at this point in time. Uh, and then as we look at the NQ the same way, the midpoint line is this 2209. You can see that, almost the entire session, except for the, after 8 o'clock last night, was below this line. So as you can see, a squeeze would go off under that. Uh, and we are at these highs on the breakout, and then if you look at, easier to see right now, but basically that Jack hit a target at 22,400 for the NASDAQ if you were watching his videos last night. So that is on the table on strength if we get above that midpoint. And then you got the breakout level that would be for the ES on this contract. And basically, 61.65 is where things start to get, I think, a little easier for the bulls to squeeze up and at least get a look above. And then you can see that 61.79 basically is the all-time high. And then looking at where we're at, we've only had 18.5 points in the overnight session, so it's been pretty muted. Keep in mind, I said this yesterday, and we're in value on all these indexes uh, right now. And then you can see we still got that 22,295 resistance up there. So you can think of it as 300 and 400 on, blocks above on some serious strengths. And we're at 200 now, so that'll be, 100 or 200 points higher. And if we look at the Qs, and you have to remember that 540 is probably about 60 points above where we are right now. So that put it right around valuary high on the lower side. Um, that's what you're going to have to look at for that. And then, so strength, watch the NASDAQ, this, 22,200, 22,300 on weakness. Watch the ES, getting down to this basically 6110 to 6120 area, centered around 21 or 6115. And then you can see the Dow is, probably going to repair these signal prints. So watch, if you play the Dow, just watch to see what side it's above. And keep in mind there was a previous split at this 44,654 there. And that's really all I have for this morning. Just, make it easy, and I wouldn't get too uh, enamored with getting short until we really have range expansion below the previous day's low, and you can see that no one has broke and under the previous day's low in the overnight session at this point in time. So see, with all this volume down here, if we at least get a test back up towards the gap fill, which would be just about 40 points up from where we are, and then we'll take it from there. I expect a little bit of choppiness. Keep in mind that, the normal OPEX flow is to, kind of look for shorts into the close on Friday. Uh, but that doesn't mean that you have to wait until structure confirms that's the choice to be made. Otherwise, just keep playing the game that we've been in right now. Uh, all buybacks have been viable. So, but keep in mind that the game could flip between now and tomorrow's close, and we could get some serious range and volatility expansion heading into tomorrow at some point in time. So keep your eye on the VIX and the VXN today as well in your trading, as you should every time for the first 6 or 7 sessions. You should pay more attention to that after the VIX roll, which was yesterday. I hope this helps. You guys have a great day. I'm sure Jack will be on after it lands sometime between 11 and noon today. If you have any questions, I'll be in the chat, and I'll post my grid here in a little while.